Shankara Namah Shivaya, Girija Shankara Namah Shivaya.
Hi friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. So we will start our discussion on the nakshatra number 5 in the total list of 27 nakshatras. The nakshatra which I am talking about is the Mrigshira nakshatra. This is just going to be an introductory video, and in the coming videos we will try to get into the core of understanding the functioning of this nakshatra. So for all those people who are watching this video on the nakshatras for the very first time, you guys need to understand that you cannot rely on your readings only on the basis of the planets inhabiting a zodiac sign or planets transiting a zodiac sign, because behind each zodiac sign there is the energy of 3 different nakshatras. That is the only reason 2 people born with the same zodiac sign do not think alike or do not behave alike. When it comes to this nakshatra, the planetary rulership of this nakshatra has been given to the planet Mars. Now the catch is that in this nakshatra you will not find the energy of Mars being manifested in a very outgoing, in a very extrovert and in a very burst of energy form. Typical Martian energy is an exception in this nakshatra. Now what I mean to say, you will get to know very soon. The next is, because each nakshatra has got its own power, like the way Ashwini nakshatra had the Shidra Vyapini Shakti, power to quickly reach things. Kritika nakshatra had the Dahana Shakti, power to burn. Same ways, this nakshatra had the Prinan Shakti. Prinan Shakti means power to attain fulfillment. When it comes to understanding the significance of this star, so this is a star of research. So research, exploration is all associated with this nakshatra. When it comes to the space which it occupies in the zodiac, so this nakshatra is being equally spread in 2 zodiac signs, because even all the 3 nakshatras being ruled by the planet Mars, Mrigshira, Chitra, Dhanishta, these 3 nakshatras being equally spread in 2 zodiac signs. So when it comes to the space of this nakshatra, it occupies from 23 degree 20 minutes to 6 degree 40 minutes in the Gemini zodiac sign. So it is being equally spread in 2 zodiac signs, the Taurus and the Gemini. And you will equally, you will also get to know that from the Taurus it acquires the financial ability, the creative taste. From the Gemini side, it acquires the clever mind. This nakshatra acquires the curiosity, the researchfulness. So what is the sync of all of that? You will get to know very soon. Now comes the astronomical sync of this nakshatra. So it is found in the star cluster of the Orion in the modern astronomical unit, and it is being formed in the form of 4 stars, naming as Pi 2 Uranus, Pi 3 Uranus, Pi 4 Uranus and Gamma Uranus, also known as the Bellatrix. Now when it comes to understanding the meaning of this particular name itself, see, the Mrigshira means the deer's head. So because like the way I always emphasize that always contemplate on the symbol, on the deities associated with these nakshatra, because that in itself is going to give a lot of hint about the functioning of that particular nakshatra in consideration. Like the way Ashwini had been associated with the horse. So what do you get to know from the horse? Quickness, speed, and this is all what the nature of Ashwini nakshatra was. With Kritika, the symbol is of flame. The deity is of Agni, the lord of fire. So this is what the Kritika's functioning was all about. So when it comes to the name and the symbol allotted to this nakshatra is deer, or in some text, the deer's head has been associated with this nakshatra. So what do you get to know from the nature of deer. Deer is all about the quickness, agility, suspicion, because deer is always aware that there is some predator around, so is always very watchful. So all of that we'll get to know from this nakshatra. Deer is also being known for his explorative tendencies, researchfulness. There's one very very, I don't know whether you guys have heard that story, that part about the deer or not, about the Kasturi Mrig. So Kasturi Mrig is a deer. Kasturi is a very addictive perfume scent which resides in the navel of the deer only, but he is always being smitten by the charm of that perfume, that fragrance, that he is looking out that perfume, that addictive scent in the grounds, in the outside world. So that also tells about little bit of the researchfulness associated with this nakshatra. When it comes to the other symbol associated with this nakshatra, so apart from a deer or deer's head, a pot filled with the nectar known as the soma. Pot filled with soma is also associated with this nakshatra as its archetype symbol. When it comes to the deity or the gods, so first of all, the moon god, the soma, is being associated with this nakshatra, and the goddess Parvati, the consort, the wife of Lord Shiva, is also associated with this nakshatra. Now what do we get to know from the deity about the moon god? See, you guys need to understand that the moon governs all the fluids, whether it's in the material world or whether it's in the astral world. Even our human body constitutes of more than 60% of the water in our body, and all the the functioning of these vital juices only remains to be responsible for our healthy system. So moon governs all of that. So that aspect of the nurturing, nourishment and the care we get to know from the deity about the functioning of this nakshatra. And second thing is, the moon is also seen as an indulgent planet, but has been, the way it has been described in our Vedic text. Moon has been, the moon god, the soma has been linked with too many romantic relationship in the Vedic description. There is one version where it has been written that the moon was found of Jupiter's wife Tara, and because of this union, a child was born known as the Buddh. So one way to look at is that moon is your mind, Jupiter is the Jupiter's wife was the Tara, so which can be linked with the wisdom. So from the union of the mind and the wisdom, intellect in the form of Buddha was born. So there are so many ways to link the deity with this nakshatra, but all what we get to know about this is that the caregiving aspect, along with researchfulness, and lastly the indulgent aspect, which we get to know as a deity association with this nakshatra. When it comes to understanding the nature and functioning of this nakshatra, so first of all, like the way I have already explained, this nakshatra is all about the research, all about the exploration. People under the influence of this nakshatra, it has been seen that they remain to be very good conversationalists, they remain to be they possess very good sense of humor as well. The only flip side is that little bit of the shyness, little bit of the timidity, and even from the marital perspective, this nakshatra is not considered as very good. Again the mythological connection to it, the only reason why goddess Sita, when the goddess Sita and the Lord Ram was in the exile, goddess Sita got abducted only because she saw a deer in the forest, and she persisted her husband to get her that deer, and which became a reason for her abduction from the forest. So there is so many ways to look at it. And the second thing is the innate nature of the deer, which is filled with the suspicion. He is always in this suspicion that there might be some prey around, there might be some hunter around, so which becomes a reason of disharmony in the marital tie as well. So it has been seen that the involvement of this nakshatra in one form or other form gives a rift in the marital harmony, in the marital smoothness, and even because this nakshatra has been ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is the only planet which is not considered as auspicious for the smooth harmony of the marriage. The so-called Manglik dosh is also the same thing only. The placement of Mars in your first and seventh house is going to give person very combative and very aggressive attitude in the marriage. Second house might give very harsh speech. Eighth house might raise concern of the longevity of the mate. Fourth house might give you very aggressive emotional nature. 12th house might give you a repressed passion, a very hidden passion. So all of that related to the flaws and the obstacles in the marital life can be seen with the involvement of this nakshatra. So in a nutshell, when it comes to understanding the nature and functioning of this nakshatra is all about the research, exploration. This nakshatra is also about good conversationalist abilities, good ability to interpret with people, to gel and bond with people. So all of that we get to know from this nakshatra. In the coming videos, we will try to get into the core of understanding the functioning of this nakshatra. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on the introductory part on the Mrigshira nakshatra. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on astrology, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.